Thank you so much for still tuning in right here on the C Morning Show. It's time for us to jump now to our second discussion of the day, where waste management is a pressing issue right here in our nation with environmental and social implication that affected us all. But fear not, as one woman is already thinking about creative and sustainable solution to mitigate the issue.
Exactly. Now, from transforming waste to an opportunity for learning English, to empowering maggot farmers to help both the economy and the environment, her approach is truly revolutionary.
Yes.
Now, not just that, she's also an author whose words are sparking change. Now, without further ado, let's welcome the founder and CEO of PT Inovasi Gerakan Masyarakat, Febriyanti, to the studio. Welcome.
Good
morning.
Selamat pagi.
Thank you for having me.
You're such an inspiring role model
Of
for
course.
me. We haven't even jumped into the discussion yet.
We were discussing a little bit of the
Yes.
basis of what this program is. And the way that you explained it was just, it makes me wish like I was a kid again, Caroline. So I just want to know, what inspired you to make this movement? Learning English in the process of also creating a sustainable nature around their living areas.
Yeah, I was born in Indonesia. It's
Yeah.
a very beautiful country.
Of course.
And one of the biggest challenge in Indonesia is the waste management system. And I have a vision how to change the trash into a resource.
Yeah.
So we not exploit all our natural resource, and how to change, how to turn the waste into natural and give the benefit for the society. And of course, when we keep the natural resource, we also keeping our environment.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes this is something that is very uncommon, especially for those that maybe not living in major cities,
Yeah.
like, compost.
Yeah.
And us definitely speaking in English and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're really putting this initiative and making a real difference.
Yeah.
But how do you penetrate, those communities, especially in the rural areas, that maybe they're not aware to what you're bringing to the table?
Okay. I started in 2019. I resigned from my job and focused here because I know the most important thing is how to change the mindset of the
Correct.
society. Even the best waste management system, it will not running effective if the people not separate their waste from the source.
Yeah.
That's why we have to build a strong culture of separate waste from the source. That's why in 2019 we start to educate people to make a workshop, training, go to the school, to the neighborhood, and building the community, building the waste bank, unit waste bank, and we facilitate them to bring their segregate waste to the unit waste bank, and we will collect as the main waste bank. So people just separate their waste from the source, and the rest we will handle it. Yeah, we hope it can build the new culture in our society, and the key of the better waste management is when people start segregate waste from the source.
That's right.
Right.
And for you to change their mindset and for them to adapt this
Correct.
culture is not just one snap
Yes,
and they can
of
do it, right?
course, of course.
It takes process
Yes.
for them to also adjust and whatnot. So were you there also to kind of give that
Yeah,
guidance?
it's very hard. That's the most challenge. Yeah, sometimes we are rejected by the society, even by the.
So this is taking a long time.
Yeah.
I'm just used
I'll
to
just
like
do it
that
myself.
crashing.
Yeah, I already
Right.
pay. I already pay.
Right.
Why I have to
do this,
Why I have to
yeah.
do this? Yeah, that's why we have to creative. We have to
Yes.
creative. We have to make many programs that interest for them.
Correct.
Sometimes the fun fact, I make a makeup class for the women.
Oh, me.
Yeah. And
I love that.
But if they want to join my makeup class,
Yeah.
they have to join my waste bank first. So segregate the waste from source,
And then I'll teach you how to do makeup.
yes,
You're
like
so
that.
creative.
Yeah. There is many program, and it make people interest to join our
Right.
program. But it cannot done in a day or a week or a month.
Yeah.
We have to accompany them day by day.
process.
Yes. We have, I have a community development team that will accompany them every month. When they already segregate their waste, we will evaluate it's correct, it's not, and the most important thing, we give them reward. of the separate waste to reward for their effort.
Yeah, and I think you're giving the reward of values.
Of course,
much
and
more.
knowledge.
Correct.
I mean, people know that you have to be more sustainable in your household. People start to segregate using less plastic and so forth.
Yes.
But that's something that we can do only on our household, right?
Yeah,
What happens that leaves outside our house? That's a whole different thing that we don't know about.
That's right.
And the fact that you have changed not only the little space that you have, but the entire community around you
Yeah,
is such an inspiring story. And so I want to know more. What was your switching point in life when you had to realize, no, I have to do something?
good point.
I mean, I know
Yeah.
you were talking about your inspiring stories, but what's something that made you realize, no, I am the one that has to take action in this field?
Yeah, I've been working as a professional for 15 years. For 15 years, I go to some country. I go around Indonesia and found that Indonesia is a very beautiful country.
Yes.
But one of the problem of Indonesia is the waste problem, and I see also in education. I see also the I go to one location. There is a big river. It's a long river in Tangerang, in Citarum, and I can see in the dirty river, people can take a bath. People can wash their
It's
clothes.
unhygienic,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, and I think we can do something. Even it's a small impact. At least I can do something.
Yeah.
I want to give the value, and I want to one day my children will proud of me, not because of my whatever I'm done, but the value that I put for this nation.
And the change you do.
Yeah.
I want
Yes.
to continue with this story as well because, us women, we're still entering the very tough and rigid world that men have, put us in a tough position to. So what was your experience as a woman in this field and having to control everything yourself in the beginning like?
Yeah, it's a very challenging as a woman, especially for a stereotype of women as a leader.
Yeah.
But I have to prove myself and show because in this program I empower more women to more. There is a lot of women especially in the low cost income,
Rural
rural area, that they feel I'm nothing.
I'm worthy.
Yeah, I'm unworthy, correct. That's why I teach them how to just do the small thing. You can be more impactful, just separate their waste. You ask your neighborhood to join our program, and we're doing something that what you can do, we accompany them. And I encourage women to be more
Proactive, really.
yeah, proactive. And the fun fact in my company, in my first bank sampah that I built in Bank Sampah Bersinar, it's 90% is women. So I encourage women to join in this program, in this movement, and they can be impactful in this field.
Yeah, well, I mean, a change that starts from home, and the leader at home is actually the female, the woman, the mother, the wife, right? But in regards to this, though, that you do make changes, it seems that, especially for this women in the rural areas, you give them confidence with all the programs
correct.
that you also shaped throughout your company. In regards to that, we know that you did a couple of programs. You were saying makeup, and also this one's very unique: English lessons for your waist.
Yes.
So I mean, this is not only for the women, but also for their children, for the next generation also.
Yes.
So when you introduced this program, I'm pretty sure it was such a positive response. Share with us, and how does it work? And is this program only in the Eco Camp and in Citarum area?
Yeah.
Or is there any more spaces?
Yeah, we started from 2020. I see that there is a lot of children that living nearby the Citarum. They keep play in the park, and I think I have to change them because every day they see their parents, their grandparents throw the waste into the river. And we have to change the new generation. And also I see that English also can can change their future.
Of
I
course,
hope, because they have no access for English lesson. Even there is no English lesson in the school now, in the elementary school. So if they can access the English class, I wish it can improve their confidence, and one day it will they can go to the university, and it will change the future. And I think it can break the poverty structural, Yeah.
Yes.
This is just not tackling one
Yeah.
issue. You're tackling
Yes.
a lot of issues, from women joining the industry.
Yeah, in a small impact maybe.
No, I don't think this is a small impact at all.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
changing. How many you said were joining already?
Every period is like 100 students.
Exactly. That's a
yeah.
lot of lives.
100
that you
lives,
touch.
yes.
100 life, yeah, I wish. So we start to give them the education. English class actually is very basic, like grammar, like vocabulary. But every time we teach them English, we put the value how to love the environment. We ask them to manage the waste, and if you see the bottle, just collect 20 bottle and you can bring to join my class. So I wish that it bring the value for the student, and one day every time they see the bottle, it's not waste. It in their mind that I have to collect this because it's valuable, and I can recycling it, and it can
Contribute
be
to
more
the program.
benefit. Yeah.
It's like you change your habits. You
Yes,
change
correct.
on someone
So
else's
early on.
habit.
That's the most
Yes.
important.
Yeah, because like you were saying, they've seen it through generation, what they've
Correct.
used and accustomed to seeing, but
Yes.
this is you're trying to mitigate
Correct.
that issue
Yeah.
through
And
that.
breaking the norms of what it is that
Yes.
we have experienced. Now, I
Yes.
want to shift our focus a little bit, because we heard that you were working with maggot farmers.
Yeah, yeah.
That is something that not a lot of people are familiar about.
No.
Could you explain what is the role of maggot farmers in the whole industry in waste management?
Okay, the Indonesia waste structure, 40% is organic waste, and I found out that the maggot can solve it very effective and efficient.
So compost.
Yeah, not only compost. It also produces the high protein feeding for fishery, for chicken. Yeah, so it will bring benefit for the farmers. So we encourage some farmers. We train them, and we supply the organic waste that we collect from hotel, restaurant. Yeah, so we supply, and if they produce the maggot, they can sell it to the fishery or to the farm, chicken farm.
Well, I'm interested to
Yeah.
know about that. How do you ask, these corporations to join into your initiative, really? Because I think a lot of big hotels, for example, they have rules saying, we cannot give away, and so forth.
That's
What
the
was it like?
point. Not only the society that we have to educate, but also the corporation.
Yeah.
We have to educate hotel, restaurant, all the public area that produce waste. It's produce more waste,
Especially hotels and F&Bs,
hotels.
yes.
Yes, correct. That's why we have to educate them how to segregate from source, and if they already separate, we will facilitate them because the farmer needs the organic waste.
And
Look at you
Yeah.
go. I'm just in
Even
awe
though
right
it
now.
is very challenging, but it takes one person to make a change, and that person is you.
Clearly.
In regards to the initiatives that you've done, the programs, you're also an author of this lovely book right here in front of us. This is the Membangun Ekonomi Sirkular Melalui Bank Sampah and Panduan Membentuk Bank Sampah Unit.
Yes.
So there's
this
two,
other one.
yes.
Yes, two books.
So what is, you've done everything, but of course, thank you for making it into a book. Who are this especially marketed to?
Okay, so there's two books because I have experience in building a waste bank, main waste bank and unit waste bank. I have
This is the waste bank.
Yeah, some waste bank in some city, not only in Bandung actually. We have in Tangerang, Danau Toba, Labuan Bajo, Pulau Dom. So if there is anyone who wants to building waste bank, they can read the book, how the management, how the system, and
It's like a guidebook.
Yes,
This is amazing.
love that.
Yes, and the small one, it's a guidebook for this the head of the village, head of the neighborhood, school who wants to create the waste bank in their community.
And you even have like the Excel sheet right here for
Yes.
for the waste. I love this.
That's great for people with OCD like me.
Yeah. we give them all the example, and even we can connect them with the off-taker.
Yeah, you were talking about organic waste that we
Yes.
have here, and there's also a way in the book on how organic waste
Yes.
is managed and the
There is a lot
process
of
it.
method.
Yes.
Wow, I need to get my hands on this ASAP.
I also want to share with this one because I think this is very important. This is, again, as we said, this is like a
Yeah.
guidebook because there's this sheets that will tell you, you know, the costs.
Yes.
And, you know, what all the costs is what needs to be there. And then you're seeing like this is
Yeah.
like the forecast of, you know, the revenues and your expenses and whatnot. I love this, how
Thank you.
people can start by, sometimes people are just not, they don't want, it's not that they don't want to try, but they're afraid. Like, I
Yes.
don't know
And
where
then
to
there's
begin.
also way
Yes.
too many information out there
Yes.
for,
Correct.
for us to skim through, right?
Yeah. So this is, I think, it's very important, Febriyanti, and this is not easy. I know it takes a lot from you
Thank
to think
you.
about all this diversity of, you know, how people can mitigate waste back in
Yes.
Indonesia through all this platform and through all this, everything that you think about.
Thank you.
Now, of course, if you see right now one major shift in Indonesia, and that is the approach to waste management, education, sustainability, what would it be?
Yeah, like I was told previously, the most important is how to change the mindset.
So that's still key for you,
yes,
right?
I really love if the nationwide forced to separate their waste through the education and law enforcement. It's very important because it's really hard for me, based on my experience, comes to many city in Indonesia. Because people always have choice to not segregate their waste because they always questioning why I have to do this. There is no regulation, they said. Even I already if I already separate my waste, even the waste collector will put it in the
Everywhere,
same
compartment.
Compartment. So why I have to do this? So the most important thing I think in the future, we have to raise the awareness of the society. We have to educate them, make a campaign. But another thing is the law enforcement. It's a very important.
And speaking of law enforcement, you know, I'm also curious to know, how has the government reacted to your initiatives, and what are the supports that they have given?
Yeah, sure. They really support, but yeah, we have to introduce what is our initiative, and sometimes we have to educate our government, especially for local government, to make them understand it's not waste, it's a resource, and we can empower people, we can give them benefit through the circular economy, and also it will benefit for the environment. Not only the society, we also have to educate and like advocating for the government.
It's a collaborative effort,
Yes,
right?
correct.
Whether that's from the government, you as yourself as you know, NGO and all professionals, and also the people outside, the civilians. Because again, if we go to another country, neighboring country, we know just littering, you will get a fine.
Yeah.
Immediate fine.
Immediate fine.
Yeah.
I mean, that also can change someone else's perspective.
Yes.
Maybe from fear first, but then after that, they will
Yes.
understand the benefits out of it.
Correct.
All right. Febriyanti, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you
here
so
with us.
much.
I think
Thank you.
our time of discussion is still too short, but hopefully we'll see you again
Thank you
soon
for the
right here on the
opportunity.
Sea
I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you for being you for this all this initiative.
you.
Yes, send our regards to your teams and loved ones.
Sure.
And of course, folks, we're taking a short break right now, but when we return, we'll have more updates coming around from Southeast Asia region and another talk show by Jasmine and also Archie later on in the program. So stay tuned right here on the Sea Morning Show, only on Sea Today. We'll be right back.